on ACC Network Extra with a 1-7 win by 2 for either a set apiece or 2-0 in Virginia's favor. That's where we are, and Turner serves. The freshman for the Cavaliers floats it towards the back line. Sauer there. Rivera back set. McHenry almost kept alive by Virginia. It is. And then pushed wide by McHenry. Oh, it's a magic play for the Cavaliers. How in the world did that happen? Arms flailing, and there were 3 touches, and the ball danced over. McHenry couldn't quite get it in. 24-22 Louisville. And a set point for the Cards. Front set Wilson, Billiard down the line. Overpass, no one's home. It falls, and the Cardinals have taken it to a set apiece into the half. 3 straight points late gives it to Louisville in a tightly contested affair. And the opening 2 sets sound like this: 25-18 to Virginia and 25-22 to Louisville. Continues her rapid rotation with Scott. Rowe has wielded her power to devastating effect on home soil. Spencer up for Weinhold, back across. Spencer leaning into it, but she can go no further. Sloan with a strong hand by McHenry. Green, a 5-point lead in tow. Wilson all the way across. Billiard block got there late, but does its job. Scott with a little help from her friend Wilma Rivera. And that's a timeout, Virginia, at 19-13 in the 3rd set. We'll take a timeout as well as Louisville pulls away. Set each on both sides of the court. Another advantage garnered there, it seems. Blocked by Cyprian, kept alive by McHenry. Passed over by Sauer. Miller up to Wilson, going long set for Billiard off the top of the block. Lunging Sauer, now teed up by Cyprian. It's kept alive again. McHenry diving into the corner, and Sauer has flipped it over. What defense from the Cards. Turner blocked. Louisville with a point to remember. Scott was ready for it, and there seemed no way by. What defending. Louisville seemed beaten twice, got it both. Part of the job of a middle hitter is to sniff that one out and read the flight of the ball. She does that decisively. Ewell trying to pick on Turner. Weinhold with a quick set. Cyprian wide. Louisville points, and that gives the Cardinals their biggest lead at 2. See the idea for Cyprian, but it was a tough one to execute. Ewell putting together something on her serve, going for Turner again. She hit it long. Spencer, the one that eyed it first and called everybody off. And it's 12-11. Novakovic plays for Red Star in Belgrade, or did, before going to Penn State and transferring to Virginia. A long road to end up in Charlottesville for her, and she digs out the shot from Louisville, but it's an overpass. It falls. Green thought Sauer was calling her off. It was obviously not the case, and the ball falls in a campfire. One of the better terms in all of volleyball. There were too many players in the right position for Louisville. Novakovic down the line, kept alive by Ewell. A quick back set. Scott dug out by her opposite number. Weinhold, front set. Turner out of the back row is stuffed by Emily Scott. Green might have got a hand in as well, but it looks like Scott's getting the credit. All-state honorable mention in Wisconsin. Coach Buzzboom Kelly said about Scott, hey, we needed a middle hitter. It was late in the class, and we found her, and we've been very lucky with what she's been able to produce ahead of the time, and Green can't find one down the line. A wild, big attempt that ends up almost in the stands. 13-13. Young Virginia team in that shot. Sophomore Billiard and Cyprian Turner, both freshmen. Spencer, the sophomore, serving. Sauer digs it out. This is not a pretty defense. The ball went wide of the pole from McHenry, and she was put in a tough spot by her teammates. It's sloppy defensively from Louisville. It's put at 14-13 Virginia. An interesting set where neither team has been able to separate or garner any significant momentum. Rivera, back set. Scott off the side of the block. Miller waiting. Quick front set for Billiard, and a tap. Rivera's kept it alive. It's worked its way to McHenry. Well dug by Miller. A long run to set this up for Billiard. Cross the court. Sowers dug it out and sent it back over the net. Turner. The set across for Billiard. She's been out in front of her. She couldn't quite get to it. Almost heads over the net. Rivera. McHenry wide. Did not get down, and it's gone 15-13 to Virginia, and that's brought Busboom Kelly out of her chair to have a conversation. Remember, playing to 25, win by 2 each set. So we're getting close to the crunch time now. Front set, McHenry, well dug by Miller, but so much power it's back over. Sauer has options, goes back for Scott, hits it into the tape. And a wasted opportunity for Louisville, a timeout from Danny Busboom Kelly as the Cavaliers have jumped to a 16-13 lead. We will be right back with more action here in the ACC on ACC Network Extra.